So for everyone that is joining on the replay, myself and Joanne are here, and we're also here with some brave souls who are, up for some healing, some energy healing, for learning about dragon energy, different types of energy, and we're creating a space where two dragons are coming together, where the dragon collectives will be here as well, chiming in, providing support, and it's really a safe space for kind of being open, sharing some of the issues that we're dealing with, and getting some healing and some energy on a practical level to grease the wheels a little bit and unstuck some things that may be stuck, help to move us along and help us inch by inch in the spiritual journey and the physical healing journey as well, because the physical aspects interrelate with the spiritual aspects.
Thank you, Jonah. For those that are with us live and those that watch online or join us later, I call in all your higher selves in the safety of this beautiful container that is protected by the realm of dragons and unicorns. I'm feeling some unicorns today, which is lovely. They have our best and highest good. And I would like to offer a little bit of light language. I'm feeling some unicorn energy playing around in there. They're having a bit of a dance with the dragon, so there might be a little tinkle of that. So let's see what happens. Tahina hita karo hita harita kare pato no ki pata. Oi takina karia toro. Oirete maya kuti lalo. Oh, kitaro. Love and blessings, dear ones. Welcome, welcome. We are grateful and thankful and have such gratitude for your showing up, for yourself and for the collective. We are thankful that you are awakening to what you are, what we all are, which is part of Source. We may live in different dimensions and places, but we are all from the same. And we are all together as one. And we all have powers within us. And we invite you to embrace this love and power that is within you. And we invite you to accept our healing and our unconditional love that we have for you. And we ask that you call upon us and that you invite us in when you are meditating on your own, for we would love to play with you. We would love to see you. For every one of you has a dragon. For every one of you is special and blessed and beautiful. And we love you unconditionally. Ahina titi takapu. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, very beautiful, Joanne. Thank you. And would you like to describe your dragon? I think it was Malsuva.
Oh, Melathusa, she's a big girl.
Okay.
Yeah, she's enormous. If everyone's seen the Game of Thrones thing, okay, the biggest dragon possible, she's bigger than that. She takes up the skies. She is like, a kilometer long and 2 kilometers wide with her wings open. I mean, she's
That's
enormous.
a
But
big dragon.
she is big. Like I said, she's ancient. ancient, thousands upon thousands of years old. She is very gentle, though. Instead of like, the horns that you traditionally see in a dragon, and this is one of the reasons I love this particular piece I have, which hopefully I can try and get it there on screen. Instead of, you know, horns, so to speak, she has what look like almost like stag horns. It's this sort of softer combination. Um, Her scales are, oh, how could I put it? I mean, they sparkle all different colors, but there is a green there, and she was bright green, perhaps as a younger dragon, but she's covered in moss and earth, and she's a very. If she laid on the mountainside, you would think she was part of the earth. So, she's a very gentle, old, big, yeah, earthbound dragon. And what she does wear, which is the one really truly special thing I love about her, is she has a this beautiful gold bangly bracelet on one of her forearms, which is in fact a golden scale from her beloved. And they have been together for the longest of times.
Wow,
And
that's really sweet. So so she's in you say a
they wear one
relationship
of
with
each other's
another
scales.
dragon?
Absolutely. Yeah, they're
Wow.
like I said, they're thousands and thousands of years old. So
Oh,
maybe hundreds of that. I don't know, but it's a long time. um, and yeah, they have a scale from each other around their wrists as a. It's kind of like their wedding rings, if you know what I mean. That was what we would
wow,
have,
very, very
So
romantic. Okay.
yeah.
Hmm.
Like birds, they mate for life. Um, it is a deep spiritual love. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, and because of course they can connect with each other, without words, which will be the way of the future for many of us. As more and more of us come online, our clairs will come online. I may have been born with clairs, but still, new ones are coming in. They're getting stronger, um, and and this will be the way of humans moving forward as more and more of us embrace our empathic selves, that part of us, that intuition that says something's right here, something's wrong here, you're lying to me, you know, this person is a good person, I feel their energy. We will use that more and more, and words less. Not that words will not be used, but we will understand, hear each other's thoughts and truths and love, and those of us that move into the fifth dimension will certainly live in a world where that kind of communication is wide open.
Hmm.
And that's how we talk to the ETs now. I'm hearing them in my head. They're speaking through me. So, the more I channel, the more I release. And that's why I was releasing control, because I just have to let it go. I have to shake it off, Um, I find it's far more fluid when I just say, you know what, I'm letting it go and you talk through me. You say whatever you want to say. Yeah.
Hmm.
Does your Yona dragon have um, anything that she would like to share, or would you like to talk about her?
Well, he's grateful for everybody being here. So happy to see everybody. Um, really excited to be here with Edward again. But I don't think she's left his side, even though I haven't gotten the chance to see him for a while. And I mean, she's just delighted for the opportunity to be able to, meet people and interact.
Mhm.
Um, does anyone else have any other questions about dragons? I mean, it's fascinating for me kind of piece by piece learn more details here.
They're very sentient beings. There is no fear in dragons. The only fear was created by man. And it's such a shame that that happened, because we could have been living in a beautiful age this whole time. Um, but that's okay, because that's why we are all here now, and we are connecting. We chose to be here to make this happen, to bring this through, to create this beautiful world that we can live in. And Mother Gaia, she is a living conscious soul herself, and um, we are part of her, and she is part of us. We are all one. So what we are doing is inviting the rest of consciousness in to be with us. And we had to come here to do that, we had to pull them in because of the free will of man, so to speak, that was given by Source on this planet. And in doing so, our free will to bring back love, to bring back unconditional love, to bring back healing, to bring back all of the beautiful things that Gaia, Mother Earth, deserves to have with her, on her, living upon her.
Mm.
And yeah, if anyone has any questions for me as well, please feel free.
Yeah, or any particular issues that we can focus on. And as we go, I'm rotating through the folks on the call, having them in mind, tuning
Mhm.
in. I'm not specifically mentioning what I feel for each person
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
Um, but we've found it helpful to kind of state, healing intentions, which is, one thing you're interested in working on. Um, I mean, I'll share what I've been working on. In particular, yesterday, did a lot of work on this. Is just working on kind of unburdening these thought patterns, these particular thought patterns. One of which will kind of analyze the last interaction that happened and just kind of try to mine into it. And like if I did something else, and so and there's several thought patterns like that my mind will kind of jump between, keep jumping around between, and then keep itself active. And particularly yesterday out Mount Shasta, at the headwaters there, the spring that comes from Mount Shasta, I requested for the assistance of the mountain to help unburden some of that. And it's something I've been working for a while, but I came with a very strong and determined intention to let a lot of that go. Um, so if you're on the call now, or if you tune in later, you can think of your own intention, something you may want to let go of, something you may want to unburden. Um, and anybody who would like to share that is welcome um, to come on and share that. And if you do, we'll focus, we'll focus consciously on that intention. And if not, the energies, the dragons, and the multidimensional support will be there for your intention that you choose.
My dragon, Nalathusiri, also welcomes anyone whether on the call or listening later. She's saying to me, um, the etheric fire, they don't breathe fire as depicted in the movies. The etheric fire that she can breathe upon you. She can do the ultraviolet light fire, which is quite unique for a dragon, which is most people call in Saint Germain for the ultraviolet or the angels, because she is obviously an old dragon. She has the ability to breathe that ultraviolet flame for protection and clearing. If you feel nervous, afraid, scared, if you just feel like there's an entity near you that you need to clear, or perhaps you've been in an argument with somebody and you need to shake it off, you may call upon her. And Saint Germain and obviously the angels. It's not in place of them, but she welcomes your call if you need. And she can also do this beautiful pink fire, which is unconditional love. And that's because she's an older soul, and why she stayed behind to look after the younglings before they could move through to the realm that they moved on to from Earth, um, when they were no longer welcome here. Um, she would breathe over them with this beautiful, beautiful, soft, pink, unconditional flame. Um, just it's I'm feeling it, and it's so beautiful, and I hope you can feel it from me too.
Mm.
And rather than a roar, it's a I'm just going to see if there's anyone else out there that would like to come in. Light language.
Mhm. That's always good.
Oh, Aki, my Arcturian, has just, well, he's always with me, but he's got his beautiful hand on my shoulder here. So I think he's saying, I'm happy to talk. Okay,
Mm.
so Arky, what would you like to say? Tēnā ki tā kōrere, te kareita moreta tataita kokoko me pote o. Te aina a koe te ai māro o e ki tā roro. Te konanya ki rā ho e pā. Hey! He's quite happy that we are all together today, and he's very happy. Um, yeah, he's actually telling me he's happy I'm using my skills. It's about time, which is quite funny. And he says, thank you to Jonah for bringing it on. So thank you, Jonah. Um, but yeah, he's very joyful. Um,
Mm.
and he offers love and healing to all on the call. Um, I'm getting something else here. Tēnā hita kere, te raro ko kutiti ana makakitata, ro ko tina nei te alaro o te mea ro ko tira ho 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 ho. He just likes to send you all some healing.
Thank you. I can feel him coming in through the third eye, and I also want
Yeah.
to thank him and thank the fifth dimensional Arcturian collective for coming through a lot recently, and in particular on Shasta. We cited a fifth dimensional Arcturian mothership that was that was very
I saw one I saw one yesterday. So
excellent,
exciting.
excellent. So
Yeah.
the Arcturians seem to be coming through in a physical way, and in a very strong physical way. You know, they're not afraid to show their ships. Um,
No,
and I'm grateful for that. More, you know, more physical interaction that they're starting. You know, so the one we saw was fairly far toward the horizon, but it was quite large. It was quite bright.
I
I was
saw
able
your
to even,
video. It was
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. It actually, I think they're actually, you know, we were able to get pictures of actually
Yeah.
two of theirs. So yeah, incredibly grateful for their support to everyone, you know, on the planet for yeah at this time.
But for those of you who are on the call and those who watch after, um, as I said, my first incarnation, and because we are multidimensional, my dragon, my unicorn, my Arcturian, I may have been created first as an Arcturian, but we live in a multidimensional universe. And so fractals of my oversoul, which is enormous, as are yours, lives within each of us. I'm probably the smallest fractal because this human vessel, um, in its carbon form, can only take a slither of that fractal. And as we move into crystalline bodies with fifth dimensional, we will be able to extend that out a little bit more. But all these beings that are coming through, they're all part of me. And if you feel the call, if you hear voices, if you meditate and see ancestors, whether they are human, animal, feathered, ET, whatever, just know that you are probably connected to them. I also have a Lyran there, doesn't like to talk much, but I have a Lyran. Um, Loves to watch, doesn't like to talk. Um, Even when I'm meditating alone, just watches from the sidelines. But when he's ready, he or she will come through, I'm sure. Um, but my Arcturian has been with me my entire life, as has my dragon. So I know them intimately. Um, and I think it's really important for all of us to accept that that part of us that sits up in the heavens, so to speak, um, our oversoul, our higher self, that we're basically all little puppets that hang from it, and it's living different lives, experiencing different things, and yet we're all part of this one thing that comes from that one thing above it, which is source. So know that you are source. All of us are source.